We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
I know I'm not the one. Don't fake it, well, you don't belong to me.
Hello, it's Tuesday night, which means we're playing Genesis, Holocaust of the Ekajati, here on the Direbread Adventuring Company. Game is 5th edition sci-fi. Oh, it's also from the Nerd Eternal Network. We missed last week. We had some, multiple instances of sickness or injury. But I think everybody's back up to speed now. I'm Jason. I'll be your GM for the evening. And with me, as usual, will be Sarah playing Kat, Eric playing Adrian, Decca playing Armanto, and probably Patrick playing Hull.
Did you text him?
I did not, but I texted him last week and told him he would be doing it this week like usual, so. I was just super shocked that he had checked the Discord when I texted him about missing the game last week. He's not always the quickest to check that. We'll go ahead and put his name up. Alright, since we missed a week, who wants to review or recap what happened the week before?
Shenanigans,
group therapy. Now we're going to find Achille.
Yes, him.
There was a surprising lack of violence last week, though, if you don't count dropping tools on people.
Yeah.
Yanni was the most violent.
I had told a buddy of mine what the setup was going into the game, so the next day when I ran into him, he's like, "Oh, how'd the game go? They didn't kill anybody." Really?
So disappointed in them.
Armanto's conscience is clear.
Mm-hmm.
He was wanting you to waste half the crew and steal the APC and all kinds of stuff.
I do wish we did steal one of the ships, though.
Yeah,
But
it's okay.
Where would we
ride.
fit it?
Where would we need to fit it?
Just park the roustabout inside of it, and we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean steal one of those ships?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you meant one of the. I thought you meant one of the fighters.
That's what I was
inside the
thinking
ship.
at first.
I'm like,
No.
where would we fit that thing?
Nope.
I'm so confused.
Think bigger.
Space yacht.
I mean, to be fair, had we killed everybody in there, I totally would have.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just imagining y'all are flying the roustabout and you've got this fighter just sitting on the roof, strapped down.
The thing is open and it's just Adrian in there.
No,
That's
you got
angry
the
dog.
airlocks on either side of the ship open and the straps are running through them.
You just hear the soundtrack from Top Gun.
Do not give me ideas.
Alright, but yes, y'all had dealt to some degree with Kat's cousin and her little... I don't want to call it a hit squad because they were trying to take you alive, but...
My girlfriend.
Y'all went on one date. That's getting a little...
Presumptuous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cat's like, you can do better.
Also, we don't know, but oh no, Adrian, did you tell us about the thing you did after we all left?
I don't think he did.
Okay. I remember like kind of not grilling him on it, but kind of commenting on it. I don't remember if he said anything about it.
No.
I think he ignored you and kept walking.
Okay, fair enough. That sounds like something Adrian would do too.
That sounds to character, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so then I remember Adrian not implanting, but like force feeding Kat's cousin the basics of what happened.
Oh yes, he shared some of his memories with her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I believe that is something he chose to keep to himself.
Yes.
As he's been known to keep a few things through the campaign to himself.
Until he has to vent again, and here I am.
Armanto. Counselor.
Just sitting in the corner having a very heartfelt discussion with Yanni.
Are you the ship chaplain? How would it go? What would be the proper title?
Chaplain would imply like religious ties.
Fair enough.
And as we have established, space paladins in Esper Genesis are not religious.
Not inherently religious.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to change my. I have another Discord chat that I'm in, and I forgot to change the I change my name every time there's a character that I play. Today's is Moody Sword Boy.
Oh boy.
Accurate.
Space emo. So I believe the game ended last time.
I think we still had some time before we got to.
Oh yes, but you had
yes.
synced up with the Crucible
Mhm.
and jumped out of system.
Yes.
Yep.
Now we wait.
Well, you arrive instantly at the next Crucible,
Sure.
which is
but
the
we still have to
Uncharted
get-
one that you were told do not land on.
Not to land on. Right. Are we landing on that one?
I was about to-
No.
It could be its own adventure.
I'm sure it could be.
Think of it as a dungeon crawl with a dungeon the size of a small moon.
It's
No.
one of those things where Jason's like, "Do you want the campaign to go by a few more months?" But I think we're gonna evade it and listen to who was it? Was it literally Primaran or whatever they're called that told us not to land on it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy cat
we'll
lady.
listen. We'll listen to that person who is old and ancient.
And, seemed to be probably the least douchey Primaran you've met.
Warren.
Yeah,
Yes.
Primaran you've met. And I should really remember her name. It's not important, but it's going to bother me.
Relatable.
I swear.
Next
when we switch
campaign.
over-
Keep better notes.
I swear. I was about to say. I swear when we switch over to Vampire, I'm gonna keep better notes.
I'm starting to keep notes for the other two games. I haven't kept notes for this game because A, you guys are better note takers than me, and B, look at this one paragraph I have for Descent into Avernus. You can't read it because it's backwards, but that's all I got right now.
Naroba, that's her name.
Naroba.
Of course, it'll be easier in Vampire because you'll be more or less based in one city, so the
Yep.
major NPCs will already be just kind of listed in design.
Whereas me, I'm not sure how well I'm gonna have to take notes because the city is the one I live in.
Hey, Jason, is this thing that's definitely here in this city that I know about actually there?
And
Alternate
who don't live in the
universe.
city but only visit are like, I don't know. Okay, now I saw Patrick pop up in the
Popped up in roll 20.
20, but I have not seen him pop
give
up
him
in
a moment.
Discord.
Give him a few minutes. Takes him about 5 minutes to go from one to the other.
You've been observing him,
I observe all of you.
learning how he moves.
Kind of creepy, bro.
Well, at least he lives a few states away, and for me at least, he doesn't know what city I live in. The rest of you, you two have kind of
Honestly, I have, in addition to IRL Danger Sense, I have IRL Observant. Just like Eric has IRL Keen Mind.
Yes.
which really means I should have put him in charge of keeping up with all the NPCs' names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he usually gets asked what the Monday NPC names are like. What was that one guy? What was
Warn
the
me
damn?
first.
Warn me first.
I'm amazed by memory like that.
Hey, look! It was like 5 minutes. I was right.
Hey, Patrick.
Hello.
You haven't missed
Lord.
anything so far. We just reviewed what happened last session.
weeks ago.
Yes, 2 weeks ago. All right, so you have left you've jumped away from the station. You are the Crucible. You arrived at the uncharted Crucible that Naroba had told you about. That's the crazy cat lady, if you don't remember her name.
Who was, who, to our knowledge, is totally just
You broke up there, man. What was that?
our knowledge, crazy cat lady.
Well, y'all had figured out. I think y'all had.
Yeah, it'd been passed on that she was a Primoran.
Okay, that was something
Mm-hmm.
he chose not to keep to himself.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he mentions the pet
The
monkey
the
thing
monkey's name. Yeah.
was a Primoran word for sweetie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, you appear in the system with the unmarked or uncharted Crucible. Apparently, the crew has decided to take her advice and not try to land on the thing, as they were told that it was occupied by something.
Hey, now you are really breaking up now. I'm going to try to just restart Discord.
Okay.
Ironically, that's the clearest I've ever heard you sound.
Same.
Oh.
Mhm.
The inverse roboting.
Okay, Jason, let's start talking. Let me see if this works.
And it's gone.
Easy come,
Okay.
easy go. And suddenly we're clear for him.
Mhm.
So anyway, yes, you've got. I think it was at least a few weeks of travel.
Mhm.
Is there
every
Go ahead.
I was gonna say almost every other day, Aramonta would pull one of them aside one by one, just talk about their goals, their plans, what they want to do when.
feelings. Sorry.
Cat
Not necessarily
actively
their
starts
feelings.
like dodging into rooms. No.
I know where you are half of the time, Cat. You don't have to do this.
It's a small ship. Of course you know where I am. I can't go out on the top of the ship.
All the more reason for you to just succumb to it for now.
I can fix that.
What, his wanting to talk about feelings or her not being able to go outside the ship?
Yes.
Her not.
Both.
I mean, yes,
What?
honestly.
Why is Armato unconscious?
Don't worry about it.
He can't
got this.
grill us about our feelings if he is unconscious.
Yeah, he'd have to work at that. I'm as resistant to all espers.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really work at that. But beyond that, he's trying to, because of things that happened the last time he was confronted and his fight or flight kicked in. He is trying to commune with his rig to try to like suppress is the wrong word, but more keep his deep-seated anger issues in check.
Not ignore, but control.
Yes. So that they come out when he wants them to come out and not when he's in the middle of a fight.
He's got to pick a proper way to a proper time to. Like
Yeah.
me.
Testing.
You're good?
I heard that. So anyway, several weeks travel. Patrick, Deca, Armato keeps running around wanting to talk to you about your feelings.
More or less.
Not just
I feel
you,
like Hole
it's
would be-
everybody.
I feel like Hull would be one of the ones that's like into it, and everyone else is like trying to dodge him.
Strangely, you get into some very deep conversations with Jim.
Amazing. And after the show, everything stopped. I don't know what I did after that. And how did
Well, he
this make
retired
you
with his
feel?
wife, and he came back out of retirement because she'd passed away a year or two ago.
I get the deep lore on Jim.
Yes,
Mm.
on him, on his wife, on her gardening.
That's literally the crew, right? Us, the four of us, and then Jim.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I mean, you might count Yanni.
I mean, I would count Yanni if I could see him half the time.
You can't see Yanni.
No, I can't.
Yanni spends his whole time invisible.
Does he own the ship?
Yeah. Unless he's doing something.
Oh.
Dropping wrenches on people.
I will say that there's probably at some point you will find him making houses out of wrenches and people's clothing that he's probably stolen.
Was it like one of those things where it's like a really shitty tent, but it's made out of wrenches and like someone's shirt?
Yeah.
Well, there's currently one in Kat and Adrian's room where it's a pair of wrenches that he used to brain her cousin with. One of his shirts and the door is one of Kat's bras.
Because she's going to murder that damn robot.
She has to pick her
Amazing.
time. Find one of those rare times when he's physically there.
He's just walking around with a sniper rifle.
Cat, what are you doing with that sniper rifle?
Don't ask.
Fair enough.
The trick is she could actually take him out multiple times.
Because Adrian just
Yeah,
keeps
there's no
summoning
cost to
him.
summon him.
Oh, he's getting on my nerves. Now I ain't gonna be bothered with him until
Well,
tomorrow.
Well, the initial summoning there is the 100 gold. There's 100 gold cost, or 100
Right.
solarium
Cuban,
cost.
whatever.
Cubits, yes,
100 units of currency.
yes, that. There is that cost to resummon him if he's been destroyed, but he can be dismissed and called back at will once the initial summoning has taken effect.
Okay, so if she shot him, you'd have to pay again.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Instead of
What
a
is it
swear
like
jar, she's got a jar where she throws money anytime she takes out Yanni.
I mean, essentially, yeah.
Mhm.
She has enough to kill Yanni many times. I know she starts pulling from the ship fund, too.
Yeah. Basically.
That's
The
gonna
captain's
that's
embezzling.
on the next episode of My Strange Addiction.
Killing summoned familiars. And you.
Basically.
And remind me, what level are y'all?
8 currently,
Okay.
unless you level us up to 9 thanks to the shenanigans on the station.
I'll be right back. Noises are being made.
It's a cat.
Because I don't think we discussed if we had leveled or not. We had just went, okay, crazy shit just happened. How did we get
Yeah.
through this without killing anybody?
We didn't even think that. We didn't even get that far ahead.
Did we
No,
run?
we
Did we run a little late last time?
We ran a little. We
Smidge,
didn't.
So that,
We
that
ran
might have been
slightly
we might
late.
have wrapped up. Because I admit for y'all to level after the shenanigans.
Okay,
I'll fucking level up right now.
I'll do it.
Well, yeah. No rush. Y'all can wait till next time.
Nope,
No.
it's happening now.
I want haste, damn it.
Boo. Okay.
I heard nothing out of Patrick. I just see hit die rolling.
It's not bad. Oh, and then I add.
Oh no, that's not. That was branded. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Both of y'all
Unfortunately,
have B names.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 2 out of 8 for HP. So, bleh.
Yeah, well, you
I
know,
get-
you
can't-
know.
I got that.
Hang on.
You get a
What was
D8
that,
for
Patrick?
I'm sorry.
Can everyone still hear me?
You got really quiet but clear.
Okay. Because I was trying to say a few things, but I think everyone's talking.
Because I've got you jacked up to 200% volume and can barely hear you. So if anybody's running you at a just 100% volume, I doubt they can hear you. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Eric, I think he feels your pain.
What?
Patrick just rolled for his, and he also got it too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you guys not have con modifiers?
Oh, I have- I have a +2, so I got 4 HP out of it.
Mm.
But I was hoping for more.
Alright. I got 8, and then I have another +2 because of tough, so I got 10 HP.
Sir, if you didn't hear before you walked off, I meant for y'all to level last time and forgot to. We ran late or something. I forgot to tell you.
It's all good. I'm working on that right now.
So I get one more complex pattern. All of my spells go up to rank 5.
Oof.
I get another talent and another prime talent.
Efficiency.
Okay.
What was that about proficiencies, Patrick?
The bonus one.
Goes up by 1, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's right. It does. Okay, so what new power do I want to give myself?
So anyway, after these weeks of travel, where you practice new skills apparently, and hone your abilities,
Mm-hmm.
and engage in, I guess, required counseling sessions,
Required, yes.
since the biggest person on the ship backs you into a corner and makes you talk about your feelings.
Don't make it sound like that! But yes.
Tell me about your mother.
Not like that, but it is.
Pulls out the great sword, thump. So how do you feel about your father?
Thunk.
It's like, I think we covered this in the last mission.
That's true.
Where is this power out of here?
9th level, I get absorption and celerity. Let's find out what absorption does.
Okay, this would have been handy before now. Forged identity.
Tell me what the spell does.
Well, now that you tried to blackmail your father and leaving you alone, now you come up with a nice big fake identity.
Yep.
Oh, cool. It's totally useless here, but pretty cool.
What is it?
Absorption. It's a concentration spell or a forging technique where the target has a resistance to one of the following: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
Oh, okay.
Not,
So when
and
you
it
cast a
lasts for
spell,
now.
you pick an energy type, and
Yeah.
that could be useful.
So, apparently one of these powers, there's not a chance in hell this is getting used on the ship.
Oh no.
Actually, make that 2 of them.
Action or bonus action? An action.
Does.
So what power have you picked up that you're never using on a ship?
You'll find out if you throw us into combat.
That just sounds...
1 second.
My sneak attack goes up. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I slowly bump the CRs of the NPCs. Alright. So you make it to the system that she'd given you the coordinates for. It's a little on the empty side. It's not a... As far as like planets and stuff go, it's not a real populated system. You're not picking up any transmissions. Or, no signs at all that it's inhabited. Traveling to its second planet, one of only 2 that, would be like, rocky, something you could land on.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Let's see. Crap, I blanked. Was it the planet or the moon that the base was on? I believe it was the planet. It's a planet slightly smaller than Earth. Gravity's close to 1G. Atmosphere is breathable.
Ish.
Yeah. uh,
Plus side, the atmosphere. Downside, every poo gap.
yes, everything smells like rotten eggs. No, it's got a thriving ecosystem. Like I said, you find no signs of intelligent life.
Is there at all?
Beg your pardon?
Is there any life at all?
Yes, it's got an ecosystem. It's got a fairly thriving ecosystem.
No, like intelligent civilizations or anything, though.
Right. At least nothing you're picking up. And even when Naroba told you about it, she really just talked about it having those couple of bases on it. So apparently, even her people back in the day hadn't really colonized it. You approach the planet, and with not really any effort, because you were given the coordinates for where the ruins are. Near the ruins, you detect a parked ship. It's not quite as big as the roustabout. It seems to be mostly powered down, so it's not broadcasting its identification or anything.
I really wish people would stop bothering me today.
Well,
Okay, so y'all are in orbit. How do y'all want to approach this?
Do we detect anything else near the ruins, or just the ship?
Just the ship. If you zoom in with your optics, the ship's parked there. There seems to be, there's a decent sized tent next to it. A little campsite. They built a little campsite next to the ship.
Do we detect any kind of like communications or anything like that?
No, but if they were using, short range communications, it wouldn't necessarily be broadcasting up to orbit.
And the ship is apparently powered down.
Correct. I mean, it's probably got its lights on or something, but it's not.
It's not like primed for takeoff or anything
Right.
like that.
The engines aren't on, the weapon systems aren't powered up, the shields aren't powered up.
Communication systems powered up or no?
You're not really sure. That does not take enough power that you detect it from orbit.
Well, heck, let's just try and send a message.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Hello? Is anyone there?
A minute or two later, you get a response. Hello? Who is this?
Do we recognize the voice?
No.
And looks around the other two like,
Is this really something you want to do? Just a complete stranger, possibly?
well, we were sent here to find Achille, and
It's not Achille.
No, he's clearly not Achille.
yeah.
Adrian's just watching this in blatant amusement.
Catches that look and like, if you have anything to add, smart boy, now's the time.
and we
1 second. He'll try to, since the ship is on, he'll try to get into the ship and see who it belongs to.
All right. Patrick, what were you saying?
was actually about.
Oh, okay.
But also another thing was, do I recognize what kind of ship this is, or at least where it might?
It looks like a human design. It's military, though old enough that most of them have surplused out. it was basically a personnel, like a troop carrier. But designed where it could, they would load people up in it for long hauls. So it's got living quarters and stuff.
Cap, you mind if I take the next message?
See if we can see who's in the ship first.
I mean, that's kind of what I was gonna do.
Go for it. Waits to hear anything either back from Adrian and listens to what Aramontos.
I will get to it and say, Jeremy reacting before his character has anything to thought up.
I was going to say, you jumped up like you had something to say, and it's like...
Yeah.
I have nothing to say.
I just want to say hi too. How you doing?
Yeah.
We're fine. How are you doing?
So when y'all are slow to respond to him, he's like, hello? Was somebody
Oh,
there?
hi, hello. You hear the new voice. My name is Aramonto.
I'm Ricky. Pleased to meet you.
Ricky, huh? Ricky? Do I know a Ricky?
At some point in your life, probably.
Are you okay? Are you in any danger?
No, we're fine. Why?
I had a hunch. I'm sorry. I had this hunch something was going on.
Uh,
And it drug you out here into the godforsaken middle of nowhere?
Says the other person who's in the godforsaken middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but I didn't come out here on a hunch.
What'd you come out here on?
That's business. I can't really discuss it.
Of course it is.
Are y'all all right? Is your ship in
We're-
distress?
No. We're good. I like how Cat's just like there, like just turned
Arms
into like
crossed,
a casual.
just
Had a casual conversation with the guy now.
oh, it's fine.
How's the weather?
It's fine. How are you doing?
No, our ship's fine. We were just kind of like we had a tough run, and we're just trying to get away from everything, as you do.
Well, I'd say you've succeeded.
Are you gonna ask him out on a date or something? What are you doing?
Give it time. I might warm up to it.
I'm not sure if you meant to be broadcasting right there, but I'm seeing someone, so
I'm sure they're lovely. We're out in this godforsaken butt end of the universe on a bit of a search and rescue mission.
okay.
Is there anyone else on the planet with you?
Well, there's the crew and our employer.
Are you
But,
allowed
I
to
mean, none of
reveal
us-
your employer's name?
I don't know. No offense, but I don't know who you people are. And we are very much in the middle of nowhere. So it's very
I mean,
strange that you
understandable.
just happened to show up.
And at this point, I try and look. I basically straight up asked him, is Achille there?
And you get a long silence.
I actually asked, and when he does that, I actually ask him. That is a very loud silence.
Well,
Just to be certain, Vasher. Achille Vasher.
Not really at liberty to disclose that,
And I straight up say, look, this is the roustabout.
Do I have I gotten into their ship yet?
can you
Seems
do
this
that from
very
orbit?
awkward guy.
Can you do that from orbit?
Oh yeah. We're connected to their ship right now with comms. There's an open line directly to them at the moment.
Whoop.
Just piggyback that sucker all the way down.
But if you're communicating over like an FM frequency, like a regular old radio frequency, I'm not sure how much. Go ahead and give me a computer use roll.
Mm-hmm.
We've got really good Wi-Fi.
10.
Yeah, 10's not going to do it. It's got some decent security.
Oh, okay.
We'll wait.
Truthfully, I'm iffy that you could actually hack a computer through its comm.
Can you hack the ham radio?
Well, it's just
That's
that
universe.
that would be such a vulnerability that I don't think they'd have that set up like that.
If for we'll just say for the heck of it that possibly Achille Vasher is there. If you could just let him just mention, hey, the roustabout, Jim, the folks that you hired are up here. Just wanted to
We kind of
talk
miss
to
him.
him, check up on him. We
Kinda
were
miss him.
concerned when he disappeared without a word. Hence
Mhm.
the coming to the ass end of the universe. We just have some information we thought is important, given his current line of research.
If he disappeared, how in the world did you find him out here?
We're really, really fucking good at our jobs.
Let me see if I can get a message to him. He may be out of radio range of the radio contact.
We'll
Can't talk
we'll be
about
up
that.
here. We'll wait. We'll be up here.
Is there a way that we can mute our microphone
Oh yeah.
and still keep comms on? I'm gonna do that. If he's not in radio range for them, that probably means that he's on the planet in the godforsaken hellhole doing something stupid.
Well, yeah, but now we know he's on the planet. We can plan from here.
We knew he was on the planet, didn't we?
We were given this location. There was no 900% guarantee. The lady just said, "Oh, I gave him this interesting sounding base and sent him on his way."
This guy is. I watched this guy. This is what he does.
Yeah, this is
But-
very much the sort of thing he does.
But still, maybe he found nothing on this planet and went somewhere else. But now we know he's here, and we can go be obnoxious on the planet if we want to,
I can
as
do that.
opposed to over comms.
Turn the thing back on.
A few minutes later, Ricky comes back on. I've sent a messenger to run down and let him know y'all are up here. Or up there.
Thank you, Ricky.
Do you mind if I'm not going to speak for the captain or anything, but do you mind if we just land next to your ship?
A little bit further off would be fine.
Yeah, give us.
I mean, you're
like,
telling me
where...
you're telling me you're buddies with him, but I don't know you from Adam, so.
I don't know. I mean,
it's,
do you want to
it's
talk to
fine.
Jim?
I already sent him a message through your ship anyway. Don't worry about it.
Actually, and that's actually a valid point. You want to talk to Jim? I don't even know Jim's last name, unfortunately. Okay, Jim.
I know I've got Jim a last name somewhere.
I don't think we've ever revealed Jim's last name.
I don't
I'm
think we have
pretty
either.
sure it came up at some point.
Jim James.
Jim Jimbo.
Jim James. Jim is actually short for James. He's in fact a Pokemon.
Yeah, Jim Riley. I know I've dropped his name before.
Actually, Jim Riley's on board. You want to talk to him?
I don't know who that is.
You work for Achille? God.
He's a dude that came by and hired us so he could do whatever it is he's doing. I don't know his friends and acquaintances or employees or whatever.
You knew the roustabout.
Debt collectors or whatever.
You knew the roustabout.
Well, he's mentioned that.
Oh, now Jim's gonna get his feelings hurt.
Nobody tell him.
He's probably sitting right there.
And Jim is in the cockpit with y'all. Yeah, because I'm 10 feet away and sound doesn't travel.
Could you give us just coordinates where we could safely land? We'll remain on ship.
Oh, sure.
until-
He gives you coordinates for a little clearing, just a little ways down from him.
We'll remain on ship until one of you guys approaches. We'll make sure Have to show good faith. Everything as far as offensive capabilities are powered down.
That sounds fair.
We'll see you planet side then.
Put on the cape again.
There's a little hood.
Not the hood. He has to have his long flowing hair out. He just has the cape on.
There's a cape of like billowing.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, at this point, Adrian's gotten bored. He's like sort of floated off the ground and is now just like angrily spinning in circles. Like his whole body's just rotating. He's just spinning.
Some people should have this for powers. They just become show-offs.
Mm-hmm.
Could you be a little bit more dramatic?
I mean, I could take all of you out into space and make all of you spin. Would you like that?
We're landing on a planet. Let's just land on the planet.
Alright, so you come down, you land on the planet. Coordinates he gave you are good. You know, he doesn't trick you into landing on quicksand or nothing.
As we're landing, I look at Adrian. I'm just like, we'll save that for another bonding exercise, though.
No.
Today we're doing trust exercises.
And now we're gonna have to trust Adrian to take us out into space.
That might be the worst idea you've ever had.
It's great.
Armando,
not great for-
even I know I'm not the most trustworthy individual in the galaxy.
Yes, and it helps you to maybe think about other people besides yourself.
So once y'all get
Real
landed,
stretch.
you're there for about an hour. Ricky comes back on the comms. Just got a message back from
From Achille.
I was gonna have him call him the old man, but they're not quite on that familiar terms yet.
My employer.
Well, he figured the jigs up at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Vasher just sent a message back. He's busy at the moment and can't come out and speak with you. He just wanted to assure you that everything's okay.
Don't mind me. Keep talking. No, I'm not saying that out loud. Jeremy's saying that.
Yeah. But, and he said to mention, and he rattles off the food you had the first time y'all, basically the dinner y'all had the first time y'all met with him.
Mm-hmm.
He said that's what you had for dinner, when he hired you or something. Armando's got no idea. This was
I was like, what the hell?
Before his time. But,
Yeah.
It's really tasty.
But, I assume he must have said that to verify that it, that it was actually him leaving the message. But
Adrian floats by upside down in front of the Viewcom.
Cat, literally pushes him hard enough away to probably bounce into a wall. Just stop it.
the pilot actually rolls his eyes.
He figured out a new trick. I'm sorry. Please continue.
Espers when they learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to see the other one.
Did Mr. Vasher say when he would be available to speak?
He did not. He asked me to tell you that he was busy and that you should probably, go on about your business.
He is our business.
This is our business, yeah. We'll wait. If
that was a 12 on insight,
Please?
Jason?
if possible, there's no huge rush on this. Please tell him it's in relation to the information Jim recently passed on to him in a panic.
Okay, well, I'll send another runner out, I guess.
There's no rush. I mean, if it's
that's
dinner
right.
time or something.
Oh, and while we're talking, can I roll, what's the actual insight? That's what I want.
Yes, you can. And I think Armato, or Deca, had just rolled it for Armato as well. With a 12, Armato sees... you don't think he's lying about anything. He seems a little nervous, but, you're a ship that's popped out of nowhere. nothing strikes you as unusual about his reactions, and he doesn't seem to be lying to you.
Okay.
Let's see. Hole. You also don't think he's lying. He is nervous about you, and you get the impression he would really just like you to, leave.
Get the hell off the planet.
You don't think his nervousness is so much like, oh, they may be going to attack us, so much as it is just, this is an inconvenience.
Oh, they're the ones inconvenienced.
They didn't ask you to come out here. They're minding their own business.
Uh-huh.
And then look, people show up. If we wanted to be around people, we wouldn't be out here.
Yeah, I have to work in retail. You can suck it up too.
That sounded more like a Jeremy thing than a Armando thing.
Yeah. They blend every now and again.
Don't cross the streams.
Too late.
It's like, well, of course, our man on the ship. We want to make sure he's aware of some things that have changed in regards to the information Jim had recently relayed to him that would have caused him to begin this expedition.
Okay. Sorry, I was getting a weird message on OBS, but I think everything's working. It's a couple hours later.
I was gonna say in this time I would have muted the thing again and been like, so we're gonna walk after him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could you just send Yanni?
we literally have a spy designed for this.
Bold of you to assume Yanni isn't already gone.
So in this time, what do you have Yanni do?
Yanni is, when he said he's sending another runner, Yanni is chasing the runner.
Runner's just like, there's a lot of buzzing, man. We got giant invisible insects.
Let's see. Yanni moves fairly quickly.
As long as he's doing nothing but moving, he can move 80 feet every 6 seconds.
Give me a
Speedy
perception
boy.
check for him.
Perception, miss. Okay. Because I have to go through the million different tabs I have.
Send the killbot after him.
Let's not. 20.
Okay.
Or go ahead and
The
just
runner
pop
has got a
Yanni
head
out
start, but Yanni managed to keep him in sight, or at least figure out kind of where he was probably going.
now. Mm-hmm.
And while they're calling it a runner, it is actually some kind of little flying drone.
Okay.
Of course it is.
You don't recognize the exact model, but it's, by your standards, relatively low tech. It's got enough AI to answer questions and relay messages.
Got it.
So it's not something, Yanni, I realize he's invisible, but he wouldn't have to worry about being stealthy because it's not something that worries about that.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I assume you're looking through Yanni's eyes.
Yep.
So he follows him for it's about a 45-minute trip at the speed the drone is traveling.
Mm-hmm. Adrian in the cockpit just slowly spinning as he sort of just floats down the hallway, tapped into Yanni.
It eventually turns and flies into.
As he's tapped into Yanni, Killbot's standing there with a magic marker.
No.
No.
Please.
Killbot's true name is Jigglypuff.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know who remembers those old advertisements, but yeah. Oh no, that was something they did in the cartoon.
That was Pokemon.
Yep.
That's Pokemon.
I never watched Pokemon.
I'm gone, guys. I'll see
I
ya.
just remember
Well,
Batman.
in all
seeing-
honesty, I watched it just because it was almost inescapable. But on the other hand, you have to understand, me and Jason are probably old enough to be dodge most of it.
That's fair.
And I had two little brothers. I have seen bits and pieces of it, and I did take them to see the first movie.
Oh.
I still remember the Viking joke out of it because that was the part the funniest part of the movie, I thought.
Yeah.
Anyway, digressing badly. So Killbot's sitting there with yes we do. I'm just picturing Killbot sitting there with the Sharpie, and rather than drawing like a normal person, he's just doing little dots like an old dot matrix printer. To make his pattern.
Cat just like shaking her head and face palming the whole time. Like,
Did he just spell poop on his face with dots?
Let's not.
His profanity's not very advanced.
Let's not. Killbot, I can take you out.
can we not have a brawl between you and Killbot in the bridge? Can you at least take it to the cargo bay?
I mean, he has to go to the cargo bay.
Well, Adrian's floating, so he can just grab Adrian by the ankle and pull him to the cargo bay. Anyway, so the runner turns into and flies into, on the outside looks kind of like a cave, but as soon as you get inside, you can tell that it's undoubtedly the ruins of this base you've been telling you about. It's in better shape than that first base you ventured to, where the top floor was partially caved in and stuff.
Yep.
Definitely seen better days. There's lots of lighting equipment. The standard sort of lights that you would use in an archaeological expedition, or they're probably not bright enough for filming, and you don't see any camera equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But and it travels on down, down some steps. They've set up a ladder down an elevator shaft, down to the next floor. And eventually at the back of that floor, you see Achille, you see Basil. There's a couple of other people working, shifting through stuff. Using kind of, these handheld scanning units to check out, ruined bits of tech. Really, it's the sort of scene that you have probably seen before in some of his shows. Where you get the montage of them just kind of working the site.
Mm-hmm.
The runner flies up. Achille puts his tools down. Message. And it repeats, what you had said to it, or what you had said to Ricky. In Ricky's voice, though. And at the end, Ricky tells him, these guys seem to be concerned. I don't think they're leaving until they get a chance to talk to you. I mean, I ain't telling you how to handle your business.
One of them kept floating by the viewfinder.
It's like a 14-year-old that just discovered his powers. I don't know what's up with that. Tacky. Just tacky. Makes me think of the telekinetics in any of y'all seen that movie Looper?
Yes.
Where humanity had evolved telekinesis, but all they could really do was float coins, so chodes were using it as bars.
Yeah. Yep, it's one of the powers. It's my new education, flow of gravity. I can use fly at will.
So I can't push you off any cliffs.
No.
Unless you're weighted. If I weighted you down with more than you could hold.
Is
Would
it
that
more
be
than
like a
500
strength?
pounds?
Well, it will be now that I know what the limit is.
Really big concrete shoes.
Here,
You played yourself there,
Yeah.
Eric.
this 501 pounds.
Hey, you know what that means though? Plasma sword. Cut.
Anyway.
Or just teleportation.
Anyway, so the runner delivers a message and leaves, or excuse me, delivers a message and is waiting for a response. You see Basil. Basil steps up to Achille. How in the world did they find us? I'm not surprised they came looking, but how in the world did they find us out here?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
Screw Yanni.
Oh, Yanni announces that to them?
In
That's what I asked.
Adrian's voice, yes.
Runner return. And the runner turns around and takes off. Alright, at least let me see the little guy.
Well, that will depend on everybody else.
Some of the other workers have looked up when they heard the voice, but Achilles not freaking out, so they just kind of go back to work.
Yanni will phase into view right in front of his face.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello. Having fun.
Yes, it's been a very relaxing vacation so far. Visited some old friends, who I assume you must have met since you're here.
Yeah, we got bored waiting. Well, more like I got bored waiting. But...
Not that it's important, but just out of curiosity, what did you bribe her with?
Rolla.
Not sure what you're talking about. There's a lot of hers we ran into.
Mm-hmm. I think you know the one I'm talking about. The one that the only one that could have given you the location here.
Bold of you to assume there's not a tracker on your ship.
When he's talking, is he speaking out loud too on the ship?
No.
Okay, I was like, are we getting the one-sided telephone conversation?
No, you're not.
All right. Well, you're here now. So, what do you need? I told you I was taking a vacation.
Actually, no, you didn't.
Well, I think Basil passed it on.
He didn't do that either.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
Nope.
y'all had to call him up to talk to him.
No, he wasn't there.
We went back to the planet.
That's right.
Because
He was
Jim
talking
had
to
said
Jim.
he told them.
He had told Jim. And Jim is so good at keeping secrets that, he must not have told y'all.
Absolutely.
He's the best keeper of secrets.
So no, for all we knew, you just suddenly up and vanished one day.
He looks over at Basil. I thought you said you had at least told Jim. Because I am quite certain that he had left the message some kind of way that he was on vacation. He was trying to avoid having y'all come look for him.
Too
Nope.
late.
All that we know is that the house was emptied and cleaned. That's all we had.
Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry to put you to the inconvenience. Touched that you go to such extreme trouble.
Yeah, well.
Should we tell him the recently discovered information about her?
I can't hear you.
We can't hear him.
No, in character, I cannot hear you.
Yeah.
However, you had mentioned in your message you had new information regarding the information that brought him here.
True.
Mm.
So Achille brings it up. Alright, so what was this new information that you were so concerned about?
Why are you so dead set on keeping us away?
Oh boy.
Well, because y'all had already mentioned specifically that it was, that it was stuff Jim had seen. Okay, so he knows he's not diming Jim out. Alright, he gestures and, steps away from the work area. Everyone keep working, don't worry about this. Alright, so
Yanni floats along.
I wanted to keep you out of it because, well, frankly, you were trying to keep me out of it. I'm a little offended. Given
Yeah,
given Jim's story, I can kind of understand, but
when you have a race of immortal energy beings that could pop in wherever the hell they want to, saying you better keep quiet or else.
I understand how that could be intimidating. I mean, you're a young man. You got most of your life ahead of you. Me?
Says you. Most of my life's gone.
But anyway, I thought I'd give you plausible deniability.
Yeah.
You know, if they discovered I was poking around and got upset, well, you know.
They'd kill you.
Well, from the way Jim described it, I don't know that they could actually interact much.
Oh, yes, they can.
Well, you're talking about the
I'm not sure which they're talking about.
I think the other energy beings, the weird guys who always finish sentences.
Yeah, it was the Ganny Allo that basically told you, keep this secret. For fear that the Primarin would find their way into the sanctuary.
Yeah. But anyway.
So anyway, that's why I kept you in the dark about it.
Mm.
I thought y'all might be as involved in this as you were comfortable being. And giving you plausible deniability seemed to kindness.
Nah, it's more like don't leave us alone at this point.
So what is the additional information you found?
Did you know your cat lady friend is a...
Yeah. Actually, Adrian just goes, well, were you aware that the woman you met with was in fact one of those immortal energy beings?
I hadn't verified it. I'll admit, become somewhat suspicious.
Oh, yeah, she is.
She seemed to know a little bit too much about the site that I had her helping me with back in the day, and
Yep. Oh, by the way,
everything I can track her down on, she's freakishly old, even for a dentist.
Oh, yeah, by the way, congratulations, you met one of the Ekajati.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, that's what they are.
The Primarin.
Yep.
Oh, actually, had y'all discovered that? Would Jim have had that
Yes.
information?
Jim might not have, but Adrian knows because he was explicitly told.
That's right. You got that from Hunter, though. The Ganny Allo did not reveal that. You're right.
Mhm.
That's... Huh. That is some worthwhile information. So why do they want to keep keep their culture secret? You would think most cultures want to be remembered.
Because apparently they consider whatever happened to them to turn them what they are now to be the greatest mistake the galaxy ever created, and they're dead set on preventing us little embers, as they like to call us, from repeating it.
Well, while this conversation's going on, Kat is balancing thing on floating Adrian.
I just get the image of us all taking like really unfortunate selfies with Adrian's floating body right now. It's just
Gonna wake up.
Yeah.
There's gonna be things tied to it.
He just wakes up and like, the fuck are you all doing?
Way too damn long.
It's almost like a game of Jenga. You know, sitting there floating.
Yeah.
Somebody puts something on one side, and the other person has to put something over here. And whoever makes him flip enough that it falls off loses.
Yes.
Wait.
This is now the game.
At the end of it, he's like tied. He's tied in the cargo bay like a balloon. Get a little string tied.
One of those little kitty leashes.
Y'all are crazy. I love it.
No, he wakes up and you're using him like a bodyboard or a boogie board.
Card table.
You know, you get a run and go in the cargo bay, and then you jump up on top of him and kind of float on him across to the neighboring wall.
I mean, as long as you don't weigh more than 500 pounds, yeah. It works.
Killbot's just riding along.
Still, I'm not sure is that all? I mean, that it's very interesting. I'm very glad you let me know, but that seems like a small bit of information for you to travel all this way. Never mind the hoops you would have had to have jumped through to get the coordinates.
I mean, honestly, that was the least troublesome bit of it.
We're lonely and you look like a plot point.
Well, fair enough. Nairobi is she pretty friendly and easy to deal with as long as you know what buttons to press.
She gave us a monkey.
He looks truly startled for the first time in this conversation. She gave up one of her pretties.
Yep. Like you said, we just knew what buttons to press. I happen to be good at it from time to time.
Well, she did have more than one of those.
Yep. This one was named Sweetie in the language of the Ekajati, too.
Oh, that's what tipped you off about that little tidbit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Went and cornered her about it later. And she kind of confirmed it.
Like I said, I had become suspicious, but she didn't seem like the sort that would be involved in, I guess I'd say, cliques, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, well, you have met 3 of them now, I believe. Yeah, 3.
How was that?
Well, the first batch that shot the courier.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was on the station, but I wasn't there when that fight went down.
Yep. Lost count of how many we've run into. But anyway, are you bored here?
Well, we're just getting started good. These sorts of things can take a while.
Mm-hmm. A lot of ruins, I see.
A civilization as old as that, you're not going to find very many working examples of their civilization or technology.
Uh-huh.
Unless you know something I don't.
You want to fix that?
If you know of still functioning location.
I am aware of one, yes. However, we're going to go out and make sure it's safe for you and your team to go in first.
Where is it located at?
Let me put it to you this way. Of the 2 of us, which one can effectively interface with the Ekajati communications consoles, terminals, and various other pieces of machinery and understand their language perfectly?
I've picked up a decent bit of the language, not perfectly.
Are you
I'll
fluent?
give you. Relatively. He's like, I'm relatively fluent.
He switches to Ekajati immediately. Right, so I will give you the language after we are done ensuring that the dangers are shut down. And then you can browse to your heart's content.
Okay. Is it here? Oh! It's here on the planet, then.
Yep. I'm telling you that as a courtesy. Don't go looking for it until we're done.
No. Scouts on it.
Alright. Besides, there could be some stuff here that might still be functional. She did mention that it was mostly dilapidated, so there's probably still something functional.
Oh, let me guess. She was giving me the runaround.
Yep.
And after I brought her such a unique addition to her collection.
Mm-hmm. Basically, as she put it, she did this to make sure that you'd still be alive at the end of the day.
Yeah, very well. I certainly have no objections to you making sure the location is safe. As long as I have your word, you won't destroy anything more than you have to. I realize that they have, attack robots or something.
Well, I might be able to hack into them. Who knows?
Do you need any backup? I have some more heavily armed individuals than what you've seen here in the cave.
How trustworthy do you consider them to be?
They're mercenaries, pretty high reputation, mostly do bodyguard security work. Nothing in their past too shady.
Well, nothing against them, but hell no.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I barely trust people anyway.
We're working on that.
Aramanto will teach you trust. He will teach you to love your fellow man.
Not love, but at least trust.
No, not love. War. But, anyway, he just goes, well, that everything?
Yeah, Achille thinks for a second. Yeah. Sounds like a decent arrangement. Now, you said I could poke around here and there might be something. Do you actually think it's of any use?
I mean, this place actually looks better than the one we ran into on that first planet you sent us to, and you saw how much I picked up out of it.
That's true. That's true. All right. I'm paying them no matter what, whether they're working or not, so I might as well keep them working.
Go ahead. We'll let you know what we figure out.
All right. I'll appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And Adrian, not Adrian, Yanni just blinks
Back
out
to
of existence. Yeah. So what are you chucklefucks doing to Adrian? What have you done? I need to know so I can react accordingly.
How do you feel about clowns?
About what?
Clowns.
He wakes up with a red nose and face paint.
Alright, what do you idiots do?
I'm insulted that you would think we would do something.
I can
Wow.
shove all of you into outer space. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Catalia.
It's only threatening if you use the middle name. You gotta go full name.
You don't know her middle name. You can't three-name her.
Would he, though?
No.
Considering all the shit he pulled out of her family. Would he know her middle name?
She actually doesn't
Armand.
have
Is
a
it even
middle name.
common knowledge?
She doesn't even have a middle name.
Our monsters are like Catalia. That's the second time I've heard that.
It's
She's
my
a fucking-
actual name.
Oh.
Cat's
not
a lot
very-
easier.
He
Not very
Adrian just
creative.
sort of floats off. Like sort of above him.
There's probably
Alright.
a kick me sign on his back.
It suddenly appears on front of Cat's face.
That was, yeah.
So he's fine.
He's fine. It took that long to get he's fine. Okay.
Took 45 minutes just to get to where he was.
The other 20 minutes were, and it's fine.
Basically, he's annoyed she gave him the runaround, surprised that he actually met a living Ekajati, and has agreed to stay put while we search the other location first. So he's not going to get in the way.
Oh, thank God I can get out of this fucking ship for 5 seconds.
Which you actually see Hull outside with a fire and fuel bot for marshmallows.
So, time to go, yes?
Yes, finally.
Let's go. I'm gonna go get my gun.
Adrian floats out of the ship.
Armand's right behind him.
Gonna be like hovering everywhere.
Pretty much.
You
His
get him a
legs
long, dramatic coat.
His legs are gonna suffer atrophy.
Nah, he'll.
Look, you've
he'll
got to
be
walk.
I suddenly, oh good lord, I can just imagine you slowly turning into Baron Harkonnen from the Dune movie.
I was thinking the guys from Wally. I wasn't going quite as gross as Harkonnen.
Yeah. Yeah, he will walk. He's just practicing now that he has the ability to do this whenever the hell he wants.
It's probably very off-putting.
Eh.
Considering the kind of shenanigans they've gotten up to, I'm sure that is the least off-putting thing.
What?
Now, you
Oh,
say you're getting
yeah.
off the ship, but the other location is
Yeah, there are locations
on practically the other side of the planet.
Yep.
We'll just walk.
Nah, that's fine. We'll get back with it. Adrian just sort of like gets outside, stretches a bit, sort of like floats down to where his feet is like maybe a foot off the ground. Sort of bundles his coat up and then just starts floating around with the coat just trailing around behind him.
Get back on the ship. We're all going to the other side.
Does he Superman fly?
Nah, he'll come back in the ship, actually land and start walking.
Killbot puts out the campfire, picks up the marshmallows with a dejected look on
I'll
his
be right
face.
back.
I'll take one of those actually. Give me a marshmallow, Killbot. I can still fight you.
Killbot flicks one into his mouth.
He has a very
It's still
precise
on
aim.
fire.
It's on
Pretty
fire when he
damn good.
flicks it, but the fire goes out as it's whipping through the air.
Okay.
It's a cool party trick. We should work on that.
Yeah, then I picture it not working and you get flaming marshmallow.
Flaming marshmallow to the hair.
I don't know how I got these scars. Marshmallow.
A giant Zuko scar going on there.
Alright, so you fly to the other side of the planet. Or at least the other side of this continent. And this world has... It's only about 40% ocean. So you've got very large land masses. Essentially two supercontinents. That are mostly desert in the center, but have, a variety of different ecosystems running up and down the coasts.
Pangea 1, Pangea 2.
Very similar, yeah. Not quite that big. Like I said, the planet's a little bit smaller than Earth.
Hmm.
So you fly over a lot of desert where there's just nothing to see. Before arriving on the other side, you're in a more northerly climate here. There's not snow on the ground except way up in the mountains, but it's much cooler and crisper. We're very comfortable where you were before. You want your long sleeves to go around.
Mm-hmm.
You find a place to land next to a river, not too far from the where this outpost is supposed to be. It's pretty thickly wooded. The local equivalent of evergreens, mostly. Let's see. Yeah, give me a survival check as y'all are marching through the woods to this place.
Alright.
I keep forgetting I want to use my dice. And I pulled out a set for the day too.
That feels about right.
Oh, that's yeah, we're here.
All right, bring it home.
Sink.
Bring it home.
Survival.
Yup.
Yep.
Oh.
On the other hand, Hull is having a hard time. Killbot has found his new way.
Now, is Killbot an actual droid, or is he just one of your abilities?
The weird part is, yes to both.
Okay.
Where his Earth. Because essentially he's like an actual NPC I summon.
Okay.
And he's there for like 24 hours, but
No, because he's got a full stat block.
Yeah.
It is
He's
that
a
you have
forged
assembled an
medium
actual
construct.
droid that's walking around. Okay.
Yeah. Since it takes like 10 minutes to actually summon him, I usually just kind of keep him around. So,
So
and he also,
every morning when you get up, you do your stretches, you summon Killbot, and you go on about your day.
yeah,
He's like this with his hand, like doing the hand motions for the forging technique as he's like brushing his teeth or something.
So yeah, as you're marching along, Killbot is actually the one that stops y'all from stumbling onto a large carnivore.
no,
I want to fight the large carnivore.
Killbot, king of the jungle.
And then he basically fires a couple of shots to startle the thing. Because this is not a populated planet with well, by anything intelligent or really tool using. So gunfire is not a sound these things are familiar with at all.
Aramonta pulls out his grand blade. Are we fighting this thing?
I think it's running.
That's not fun. Puts it back in his arm.
You want to kill some poor, bear type thing or something?
I want to test my skills against the wilderness.
Didn't you get enough of that before you joined the group?
No. It's like I get extreme amounts of it and then nothing. And then extreme amounts of it and then nothing. There needs to be balance.
He's hungry for combat.
At least there's no Whomping Willows on this world.
Thank God.
Those damn trees.
That you know of. They weren't trees, they just kind of looked like trees.
Remembering that, she's eyeballing the trees.
Aramonta every now and again. Nope, this one's good.
It's when you find out the trees on this planet are intelligent.
The trees are the actual higher civilization.
See all these wood-based golem things start coming out to attack you. Be wonderful, be wonderful.
Not the first time. Won't be the last time.
As you approach this base, it's actually a building sitting on the surface. It's not very large. You figure this is probably just the entrance and the rest of it's probably below ground. It's almost it's almost bunker-like. There is dirt and that stuff up over the top, so it's got greenery on top of it. So it would be very hard to spot from orbit. Being in a forested area. But you approach the front door. It seems to be in good repair. It's got the little handprint thing next to it.
Is that your thing? He's looking at Adrian.
Yeah, he'll tap it.
This is why I asked. I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
It doesn't open because you're not the. You don't have a handprint that's been sent to.
He's gonna hack it then.
All right, so are you using one of your abilities on it?
Yep, he's using his black hat power.
Okay. The security on this one gives you disadvantage to try using Esper powers on it, but with the black hat, that'll even out.
Yeah, so it's still a 12, because my dice hate me today.
Y'all notice Adrian kind of clearly struggling with the lock, but the door does eventually open.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's the front door lock. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not super advanced. You figure everything here is probably going to be somewhat protected from Esper powers.
Mm-hmm.
As you step in, the inside lights come on.
Well, that's handy.
If she told you this was a base that was still functioning, at least as of the last time she'd been here, hundreds of years ago, but it's been around for 10,000 or so.
Yeah.
The Grand Blade comes out. All right. Well, everyone, stay on your toes.
Or
That's
hover.
the plan.
All right, y'all standing in kind of the entryway.
What's the layout?
Straight hallway back to what looks like an elevator.
No doors or anything on the left or right.
Couple of doors on the sides. Looks like there's at least a couple of rooms.
Diablo
Oh.
rules. Take the left one.
How much do we want to poke around?
I'll say my brain was sitting there waiting for a map. Left one, yeah.
I wasn't expecting y'all to offer to go check this place out for him this session. I don't have a map ready.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Let's-
Aramonto takes point and goes to the left door.
Having said that, I may still have the old base map, so if a fight breaks out, I'm sure I've got some kind of hallway I could throw down.
Yeah. Not that a fight is going to break down. I'm sure this is purely scholarly research.
Oh
and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're just
Armand.
checking the place out, making sure the oven's off, door's locked, feed the cat.
All right, so you open the first door to the left, I think.
Mhm.
Was Armando's thing.
Yep.
Sure enough, the oven's been left on. Gas billows out. You all pass out. End of the campaign. All right.
Okay, let's go build our characters.
We already built our characters.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Yeah, good point.
All right. You open to the left, and it appears to be kind of a security checkpoint. Computer screens. Some of them are busted. This is dusty and a little dirty in here. There's a couple cracks in the walls. So some of that dirt covering it has sifted down in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's still in much better shape than the first ruins you explored.
Yeah.
I throw one of my drones down, it burns the drone, expands, turns into a room, and starts sucking up the dust.
That's off-putting. That's actually more off-putting than whatever Adrian's been doing.
Elsewhere on this first floor, you find what is obviously a medical bay. There is one. Oh, go ahead, Patrick.
I was about to say, the fact there's a medical bay interests me, so go on.
It's not too dissimilar from the bay you found in the first ruins. It does not have the specialized gene modding equipment and such as this. But you walk in, and a lot of the equipment has a similar look to it. Kind of like you could walk into any doctor's office.
Kind of get the idea of what yeah.
Some stuff from a doctor's office to like a hospital is going to be the same, but this was a place clearly capable of surgery. But like I said, you don't have the specialized equipment for like gene modification. So whatever they were doing here, they probably were not gene splicing the local wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
Is there evidence? Is there evidence of like, not gene splicing, but like, for lack of a better term, veterinary repairs?
Everything's relatively clean in here. I mean, there's a little bit of dust, but not as bad as in the security area. And everything's
Gotcha.
cleaned up. You don't have like blood splatters or bodies or
Things Aramonto would know to find.
right. So how you know exactly what they did here? Well, this room's in better shape. Adrian
Is
could
there like
potentially try getting on the computer.
I was gonna say, is there like a console here one of them could look at?
Yeah, Adrian's gonna try.
Okay, give me a computer use.
Still at normal.
I help this situation.
Okay, so the two of you are going to jump on it. So
Yeah.
So,
So that's-
advantage.
let's see. If you
Got it.
are you using your black hat or are you just
Still using it. It's still active.
okay? All right. So trying to access this equipment gives you a disadvantage. Black hat gives you advantage. That evens out, and then Patrick gives you advantage. So you're rolling with advantage.
That's better.
26.
No, that's much better. You get into the medical database without any trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You find the medical records for the, I guess, the last staff that were stationed here.
Okay.
Regular checkups. Not really any sicknesses reported. You know, a couple of times there'd be, you know, injuries or there was one broken bone. Presumably just, you know, accidents as people were wandering around.
Mm-hmm.
The time period of the last entry correlates to pretty close to the last entries at the other base you found.
Okay.
So whatever happened, that seemed to happen species-wide.
Yes, and I think you had found something else somewhere else that the times linked up pretty close. Now,
The first base we were at, yeah.
you know, here it's within about a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last entry here is maybe a week before at the other one.
Yeah.
Was the other one the day of?
Well, the other one's the kind of the baseline time that you're starting with.
Gotcha.
And at the first base, they talked about, you know, they were kind of, it's like they were kind of in a rush to finish what they were doing because, you know, something was about to go down.
Mm.
And this is just the medical database, so, you know, it doesn't have a ton of information about anything other than,
There's no what is it? The company-wide memo.
yeah.
You get okay, don't forget when they were ascending to a higher plane of existence. Keep that on the calendars, people.
Make sure all
In
the
fact,
lights are
it's-
turned off. Even though we're not going to be physical anymore, there's no reason to waste power.
Save the planet and all that.
Now, like I said, everything in here is clean. And as you look around, you realize that everything around here looks like it's packed up. Like it's been stored.
Huh. Interesting. We will make note of that.
And investigation, since everything seems to be stored, how long ago did I estimate that happened? So with investigation, did I figure that out?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
Investigation. Thought I had better than that. Not very well. Not bad.
Oh, that's not a bad roll at all. Judging by the date in the computer and the rough idea y'all got of how these dates line up with the modern calendar that you use, it's been about 10,000 years. Well, probably more like 8.5 again.
Yeah.
You see no sign that would. I mean, obviously somebody could have walked in here during that time, but nobody seems to have messed with anything.
Mm.
Yeah.
Except for us.
True.
Roomba buzzing away.
Yep.
Elsewhere upstairs, you find the you find an office. Looks like it was probably an office used by multiple people.
Mhm.
There's also some communication equipment in here, so maybe it was just the comm center, or maybe a combination comm center and offices. You know, you see, the same kind of consoles and stuff that you saw at the previous base in their commander's office. Which in his case, it was a small office, I think, attached to his room. But
Okay. Anything
Alright.
in here that looks hackable?
there is at least one console in here that looks functioning. The security on it's not really any different than in the medical one, so you don't have to make another roll.
Okay.
It records flight logs, or comings and goings from the base. Supplies that the base was given.
Mm-hmm.
And you find a decommission order. Again, everything in this room looks like it's been packed up pretty well.
Okay.
But
There's
apparently they were decommissioning the base.
There's a box there that just has like the tape thing still up there.
It matches up with basically the date from the medical bay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What would they have called their? Would they have gone with something
Event.
generic like Ascension?
The event.
Ascension just is so overused. I'm trying to think of another good word to use for it.
Our enlightenment.
Enlightened sounds about right.
Yeah, we'll call it the Enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like something where they're passing around Kool-Aid at all.
It's the opposite of whenever they have like a what do you call it? It's the opposite of like when they have extinction events called the event or the enlightenment or something. It's the opposite of that, where they're actually being enlightened.
You were thinking of, it really is the extinction level event. There's the enlightened.
Well, no, but they were all turned into light, see, so.
Layered.
Behold the God of Westinghouse.
I'll be back in a sec.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
And you find a list of names that match up pretty well with the medical records. There's a few extra names of people that maybe never had to hit medical.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Next room?
Let's see, was security, medical bay, offices. What else would they have on the first floor? Oh, restrooms.
As one does.
I mean, the layout is a little different, and the exactly what sort of facilities they used were a little different.
Mm-hmm.
You're not 100% sure how you'd use these facilities.
3 seashells at all.
There's nobody around to ask about the seashells.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that seems to be it on the first floor.
Testing. Just checking. I think you went quiet there for a second for me.
Okay, well, all right.
Hi.
You're a little broken up, but we can hear you.
Okay.
This whole time, Armanto's like on point or taking point, and just like in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've seen no signs of life on the top floor. or any, any kind of mechanical.
He holds everyone back and says, "Hang on a sec," and he goes like this, and he casts S%.
All right, what does that do exactly? It's kind of like detect magic.
It's basically detect magic. I just don't have the. Oh wait, I do have it on me. Here. For the duration, you sense the presence of any Esper powers within 30 feet of you. If you sense a power in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creatures or object in the area that bears the power's effects. And you learn its domain, if any. The power can penetrate barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone or metal, 3 feet of earth or plant material. So basically, yeah.
Okay. You see a very faint something around some of the computer equipment. But it's some of the stuff you've already been using, so.
Is that just because this one's been touching it with Black Hat?
You don't think so? You think it may be part of their security. The reason that the thing they have that kind of helps counteract Black Hat, maybe.
Huh. So that's why it's been harder than normal for you. Good to know. Nothing. Keeps walking.
Okay. So the only thing left up here is the elevator.
Off to the elevator.
To the elevator.
Yeah.
Aramanto weighs it down so that they can't go down the elevator.
Oh. Door opens up. Which floor, sir? Ah!
The door opens as you walk up to it. You don't have to press anything.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, there is a voice that speaks to you. How many of you speak Ekajati?
Well, he hasn't been giving classes.
Yep.
Not that I haven't been trying.
Now, any of you in your, assuming Adrian shares the information, in your comm units or whatever, you could have some translation software.
Yeah, you could.
How bored did he get on the
But
If only he patched.
That's record it. All right, translate it. All right, play it back. It would be drug out a little bit, but
He actually got very bored.
Did you patch Ekajati into our comm units?
Yep. He stuck it into all your all's comm units when you weren't paying attention.
That's common. What?
You're welcome.
Well, now it's not instantaneous. It's taking a little bit. There's a There's a delay. It's not Star Trek where they're just speaking in common. You hear what they say, and then the comm unit.
I imagine the visual thing.
Oh, you're getting subtitles at the bottom of your eyes.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty workable.
You're welcome. I got bored.
It asks you what floor you'd like, or what level.
Adrian will respond in Ekajati. Floor 2, please.
Door shut. You wait for a second, wondering if you're going to hear Ekajati music, but nothing plays.
Ding.
No, it's still the girl from Ipanema.
Do what now?
Still the girl from Ipanema.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why they sought enlightenment. To escape this.
Aramanto, this whole way, now that he knows that he has Ekajati patched into his comm unit, is going to pay real close attention to what Adrian says.
So anyway, the elevator begins dropping. And it takes it a little bit longer than you would think it would take to just get to the next floor down.
Okay.
But then it stops.
Ears pop?
And then the doors slide open. The hallway starts lighting up as the
Grand Blade's
level
still out.
2.
Adrian walks out.
How do you say thank you in Ekajati?
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to know.
let's assume for this point Adrian is speaking in Ekajati.
Yeah.
Mm.
Door shuts behind you. The doors on this level seem to be kind of heavier. Don't want to say armored, but they look more like security doors, where the ones upstairs, it was just interior doors.
Mm.
Unlike upstairs, there's no dust, no noticeable amount of dust down here.
That could be a number of reasons. I'm not willing to put that one on anything yet. Esper Sense is still up though.
Okay.
It's like 10 minutes, so.
As you proceed, we'll cover this relatively quickly. The side rooms here seem to be different research laboratories, basically.
Okay.
You're seeing a lot of equipment that you're not really sure what it does.
You have a mechanics roll. Hello?
Okay, yeah, give me that. See if you can identify what's going on here.
Our monster's going to try too. Because why not?
Oh, that's right. You had some mechanics as well.
I am also mechanically inclined. Not nearly as well, but it's there.
Adrian doesn't care. There's computers.
Cat's just like, I'm here.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled 26.
There's machines here, Armanto, and they
Yes,
may
there
run
are.
on some form of electricity.
Is Esper Sense picking up anything?
On some of the equipment, yes.
Okay.
Patrick, you start poking around and in some of this equipment. Some of it is clearly designed to detect crap, what do they call the energy they use? Solarium's the material. Yeah. It can detect Esper powers, Esper effects, measure them to a much finer degree than any tech you've seen before. You're left with the impression that they were doing a lot of research into Esper powers themselves, or maybe at least the baseline kind of cosmic energy that they use to fuel them.
I begin to take all the notes.
When you know, this is a large machine, so it's not like it's a machine you can just pack off with you easily.
No, I know.
As you're fiddling with it, though, it seems to activate. And you start seeing information scrolling on the screen. It's basically taking a reading of everybody in the room.
I don't like this.
Adrian looks over. What did you do?
I think I found the on switch. Fascinating.
Oh, boy.
You killed us, didn't you?
Instead of pushing the button in,
The
you
on
have to
switch.
grab it and pull it out.
The on switch to what?
It is apparently some form of machine that analyzes espers. They were apparently doing a great deal of research into basically what causes esper abilities.
Everyone and their mother is doing that. That's not new.
Well, yes, however, they seem to have actually got dang close to figuring it out. In fact, I'm half worried that's what actually happened when they sort of became them.
Well, you know that both these creatures seem to be, powerful espers. And
So
let's see.
So far, every single one we've encountered has been one.
So So it stands to reason if they were trying to elevate themselves past the physical, that they would be tapping into this energy source some kind of way. Now, the Ganiello... Did they describe... I'm trying to remember if they described kind of how their immortality worked or not. Because the
Not really.
two critters are similar, kind of how it works. But yeah, I don't think they went into too much detail yet. But them being made of pure energy, that may very well be the energy they're made of. You don't know. The machine's not doing anything. It takes a reading and then goes into a standby mode. You know, almost like it's waiting for some other piece of equipment to take the information and, you know, do whatever with it.
Let's try not touching stuff. And figure out what it does by looking at it versus touching it.
Well, so Adrian is going to look at it and see what it says on him, if it does, considering his entire family went through espergenesis.
You are... Let's see. It has a marker flagging you that it does not have on anybody else. Reading up on it... there's a couple of terms that you don't know what it means. I mean, you can give a literal translation of the word, but you're not just sure how they use it in the context.
Well, he's fluent in the language now.
Well, that's fair. Fluent is a little better. I was thinking of a phrase like cloud computing. If some archaeologist dug us up, well, you know, cloud and computing, they'd understand the individual words just fine, but they might not understand what they meant.
Yeah, it took him about, I think, 6 levels to
But that's true. You have been just studying this stuff balls to the wall. So
you did give me proficiency with the language.
That's fair. That's fair. So you do speak it like a native speaker. So it takes you a second on a couple of these to figure out exactly what they mean. You have genetic markers that make you much more predisposed to espergenesis than most people. So there is no need to add that to you. Is essentially what the notation says.
Okay.
Of course, now whole curious as to what it would say about someone who's an Ashen Forged.
There is a notation on Hull, but it's more of a query trying to figure out what he is.
Interesting.
The rest of you, it identifies you as an unknown species. But you're pretty standard biological, where Hull is something odd. Like maybe the Ekajati had never invented Ashen Forge, so he doesn't know what to make of him.
Hull is 12 people stacked in a trench coat.
It's true. It's just Killbot in a flesh suit.
It was me all along!
He's actually a family of leprechauns in a mecha. It's a giant mecha by their standards.
That's the new Big Eye Small Mouth campaign.
Actually, that's,
The Gold Diggers comic.
yeah, that's right.
You had some of their side characters that, it was... Instead of Keith being the boss, you had O'Keith, and they formed the Blazing Shillelagh.
Oh, jeez.
But their mech was like 5 or something.
The point where, like, the main character's dad, when he walks up to his house, he opens the door, doesn't see them, and has to look down.
But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Fun comment.
I will have to look out for a second, Jason.
Alright. Where was I? Oh, right. It doesn't seem to know what to make an Ashen Forge. The rest of you it identifies as unknown life forms. But then there's a lot of... and you probably wouldn't be finding this... You'd be finding this on one of the other pieces of equipment that was taking that information. But it kind of breaks... It breaks you down into categories.
Okay.
Giving you the impression that the Ekajati had... they'd categorized multiple species by, similarities, almost like clades. So, with humans and
Promethean?
Prometheans, thank you. It's like there's nothing super surprising there. You know, your baseline sentient species. It notes the extreme amount of genetic modification that's been done to the Prometheans. Refers to it as primitive. I don't know if that would cause any ruffled feathers or anything. But...
Adrian doesn't care at this point.
Cat's like fair compared to him, probably.
Yeah.
And it does note the link between your two species.
Between mine and theirs?
Yeah. You know, it notes the fact that clearly these two came from whatever this guy is and were modified into something else. Where this guy over here is probably the, you know, not prime specimen, but the progenitor species.
Next room?
Hopefully without a machine buzzing us, yes.
All the labs on this level seem to have been involved in something related to espers.
I'm gonna try to get into the computers, see what I can find.
Okay, give me a computer roll. The security on this floor is a little better.
Okay. 19.
And we'll assume Patrick's helping you, so yeah, we'll go with that. The 19. You can get into kind of the surface level of the computer, but there's some stuff that requires a higher clearance that you were not able to get into.
Okay.
This seems to be on this level they seem to tap into kind of the main system of the base, as opposed to the medical bay, which was kind of self-contained, and the little office area that was fairly self-contained.
Okay.
So you know, well, what kind of information are you looking for?
This. Since it was brought up, anything that looks like it might have something to do with their ascension.
Okay. You pull up records on an experiment in boosting Esper powers that they had some success with. It wasn't something they used regularly on anybody because there were some side effects early on. You don't find anything specifically. You find references to this enlightenment. You know, that it's an upcoming thing. Nothing here seems to have been specifically working towards that. They were doing some. The reason it's out here in the boonies, though it was not as much the boonies compared to where their civilization was. But it's kind of out here on its own because some of the experimentation they did, it was they weren't sure what would happen if something went catastrophically wrong. Kind of like how when they built that the big collider in Europe, how some people were worried about what might happen. You know, there's notes about, you know, well, this experiment might, you know, rip space-time a little bit. You know, let's have it out away from stuff. You know, which is why with two bases on the planet, they had them as far apart as they did.
I have. Did you get anything useful?
He's found out a little bit more about what was going on here, but nothing super drastic. You do run across a map of the base.
Download.
Right click, save as.
Not counting the ground level, there are 7 floors. You are on the second to bottom. Apparently, the Ekajati just number their levels starting at the bottom up.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Hmm.
So, fun fact: these are being buffeted by your advances through your. I've seen you use Black Cat. I know what it's called. Um, are being buffeted by Esper powers.
Yes. I'm capable of removing them, but
Me too.
let's maybe save that for right now.
All right. Well,
What does the map
wait.
say is on floor 1?
That is classified. That is some of the higher clearance level that you could not access.
Okay.
On some of the other levels, you've got living quarters. There's one floor that the entire floor is the recreational stuff.
Hmm.
Okay,
Lounges,
50.
some sort of indoor sports thing. You're familiar with the name, but don't know necessarily what the sport actually is.
Okay.
Some sort of sports ball or whatever.
Hmm.
Apparently, they were quite big on keeping themselves physically fit, as well as trying to expand their knowledge.
And that's the other floors, basically.
Now let's see. Secured floor. You've got one more floor of labs.
Okay.
Living area, recreational area. Kind of the housekeeping, all your kitchen stuff, your repairs for like your maintenance, all that kind of stuff's on one floor together.
Okay. And then there's the ground floor, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Above that. Okay. Adrian's gonna try to look around through more computers, see if there's anything that might look like a head office for this floor, maybe. Now that he has the map.
Yeah, it looks like both laboratory floors have kind of a head, kind of a what you would assume is probably the head office.
Okay.
The recreational one wouldn't. You see several rooms that look like they could be offices on the housekeeping, maintenance, cafeteria level floor, probably for each department.
Alright. Okay. Now, quick reminder to me: what was the head of that? What was the guy's name that was the head of the faction that's after us?
I was just looking at that. Henry Cyrno.
Henry Cyrno. Okay. Alrighty. Which is something I think only Adrian would know, considering I think he's the only one that conversed with the Promorans and got that name from them.
It's possible. Hunter would have known that name, but you were the only one talking to him in Ekajati.
Mm-hmm.
Nairobi would have known that name, but again, you were the only one that spoke to her in Ekajati.
Yeah. And he hasn't shared that. He hasn't shared the name. He shared the that there is a specific faction after them, but not who leads it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to look for a specific reference to that name?
Maybe not right now, but he will in a bit. He's
Okay.
heading. He's heading for the head office of this floor.
Okay. It's kind of tucked over in the corner.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's just crammed out of the way.
Huh.
Where a lot of bosses like to have the big office, where the office may be fancier than anywhere that's actually having work done. It doesn't seem to be the case here.
Maybe this
That
guy's
is
a
my
douchebag.
workplace in a nutshell.
Truly, they were a more advanced people.
That is legitimately my workplace. The whole rest of the building looks almost like a sweatshop where I work, just about. The reception area, the entrance, and the vice president's office on the 4th floor look just like the most fancy things you've ever seen.
Yep.
Rest of the building, sweatshop.
Ours isn't quite that bad, though. They did spend a lot of money remodeling the conference room upstairs that, nobody ever sees.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
no one uses.
Yeah. Though they did the break room up nice, too, so I give them some credit. So anyway, you find the office, and it's, it's not a shabby office.
Yeah.
But it's as big as it needs to be to hold the stuff. It's, you know.
Okay, he's gonna see if there's a terminal in there he can get into.
There is a terminal in there. Let's see if you can get into it.
I'll assist.
He'll look at Armand and say, "All right, do that on this one."
All right. I will cast. Fuck, what was it? Unravel effect.
Now,
What I know
I'm assuming it works kind of like
It's spell magic. Yeah,
It's basically dispel magic, yeah.
and I don't have anything over 4th level, so or over 3rd level, so I'm gonna be casting it at 3rd level.
Okay. What was it called again?
Unravel effect. I'm assuming I have to roll for it because I'm assuming that, it's higher than 3rd level because it probably wasn't meant to be dispelled.
Unravel effect. Alright. Good job, Jay.
Channel ability, cool.
Alright,
So I'm
give
not-
me a roll.
Using my charisma modifier.
Sweet talk, that computer.
Hell yeah.
As his camera freezes.
That's how well he
It's a-
sweet talk the computer. Even his actual computer goes, hell no.
6.
You cheating bastard.
I've got nothing here.
Alright, yes, you failed to unravel it.
But I know I failed to unravel it. Oh. Worth a shot.
Okay. Well then.
You're just gonna have to roll better this time.
No, Adrian's gonna do it.
Unravel effect?
Yep. It's level 5.
So it automatically does anything level 5, or you're saying...
Anything level 5 and below gets automatically dispelled.
Okay, so it's a rank 3 ability, so when you use it at its base rank, anything 3 or... Okay, I see how this works, alright.
So, yeah.
It goes away.
Okay.
Just had to roll down a damn 13.
Okay. He'll just Black Hat. Considering that's still powered, because the other power is not concentration.
Okay.
Still rolling.
Actually, when you cancel the effect,
Mm-hmm.
the computer shuts itself off.
Interesting.
Okay. Trigger device. He turns it back on.
It turns back on.
You can turn off when I say you can turn off.
Basically.
I'm thinking the effects, and this would probably be more mechanics or what's that? Considering the researching the power source, I think more or less the system is basically the Esper effect.
But yeah, he powers it back on, and then tries to get in.
Alright.
And I will attempt to assist him. So,
Well, if he's
Black
using his
Hat-
black hat, he's already got advantage. Assuming this... Yeah, never mind. You're aiding him. Alright, so give me a roll with
yeah,
advantage.
essentially his blackout would cancel out.
25.
Well, that's what they were trying to dispel, was that effect, so...
Ah.
But you wouldn't necessarily know that was all involved. Alright. So a 25, alright, you get into the system.
Mm-hmm.
You have full run of this system now.
Okay.
As far as being able to see stuff on clearance levels.
Yeah.
There are alarms going off.
Of course there are.
You don't hear them. But when the security effect was canceled,
Mm-hmm.
it's triggered some sort of security protocols.
Okay. Agent's gonna look at those as anything he can shut off.
You can make the alarms turn off, but what they have triggered, probably not.
Yep, he's gonna turn the alarms off.
There are some sort of security constructs that are supposed to be heading in your direction.
Agent's like, well, apparently disabling the security enabled security. Prepare for a fight.
The clever devils.
We have this power. We put a power on this computer so it can't be hacked. What if they turn that power off? Well, that triggers the kill bots. I don't know. We tried to do it peacefully, but you know.
Yeah.
Ema.
Are these sentient bots that are connected to the mainframe, or are they just?
They are
Oh,
not connected to
drugs.
the mainframe. They seem to be independent, entities, or they're not like connected to the Wi-Fi or anything.
Mm-hmm. Thought I'd ask. Okay. All right. So the dude's name was Henry. What? Henry Cerno.
Henry Cerno.
Henry Cerno. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Adrian will go well, and he'll see if he can get anything off the level 1 while he's in the system.
I'll cover you. I don't know how long I can cover you, but I'll cover you.
Level 1 is their weapons research.
You don't say.
Adrian ain't sharing a damn thing about that right now.
If I'm helping you, I can kind of see that, can't I?
Well, you've got the translation. If he's giving you translation software, it's quite possible that you're reading the screen over his shoulder. Oh, neat.
Tell anyone and I'll kill you.
I like weapons.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I feel a song coming on about weapons. And it's, what is that, Norm from Phineas and Ferb?
I might kill Hull right now.
Yeah.
Same.
Come on, Espergenesis the musical. You don't like the sound of that?
No.
No.
You people have no soul.
I
Well,
mean,
they're
mine
also like
led-
Vampire the Masquerade, so that's probably going to be...
That's true.
Probably for the best.
However, I will say I'm playing a bard on Saturday. Finally.
What, you never played a bard before?
I haven't played it as much as I wanted to play it.
I'll say I play a DM on Saturdays, so
I play the bard, Darren the Minstrel.
oh dear. So
So those alarms?
yeah, well, I mean the inactive ones.
Hang on just
Okay.
1 second while I'm...
I've got my grand blade out, and I'm kind of like I'm on Adrian 6. I'm just like, I know an alarm when I hear it.
Well,
There's
you're not
there's
hearing it
literally
because
nothing in the air.
it's not literally...
Oh, he turned it off.
Well, there was never, like, alarms.
Oh,
blaring.
okay.
It's the... Inside the computer, there was alarms and they were triggering stuff.
Wait.
Alright, hang on just a second while I swap over to the Espergenesis overlay with a map.
This
I imagine we're probably in here somewhere. Since you said it was out of the way.
So, there we go. Ah, dang it.
Something happened?
No. It's just,
It all broke.
I thought I had invited them in the same order where I wouldn't have to swap names around.
R.I.P.
But apparently, I should have invited Eric last. Okay.
I see how it is.
Alright. And let's see, where were you? Yes, let's use this little area here as the office.
Okay.
For some reason, I'm not seeing the pings.
The room all the way on the end.
This one?
Yes.
Yes.
remember to shrink your thingies. Well, can we? I don't know.
I don't think we have that option.
Okay, guys, pretend you only take up one square.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's gonna be tricky for me.
Honeys,
Hole was
you-
eating, he was snacking heavy on the trip over here.
There I go.
Yeah, I don't understand why it resizes the.
Do you have a grid on here?
I do not. I know that's what triggers
That's
it.
why.
I just don't know why they would have it do that.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Yeah, if you don't have a grid on here, it's gonna just throw them on here, huge mungus.
there you go.
I think it's probably based on how big the file, picture file is.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably in the original
Or
ones,
the
but yeah.
resolution or something. I don't know.
I have an idea. That may or may not make this meaningless.
Oh boy.
I mean, you made him switch the map, and we're already here. Can we go and kill some? Armand just had his grandbait out this whole time.
But what would Adrian do?
That's fair.
I
Wait,
mean,
you're
true.
What'd Adrian do?
He'll look over at Hall's like, you might want to dismiss your robot friend for a second.
I power down. Killbot.
Does power down mean he's gone?
Well, I also have other things that I can do as well.
Okay. Well, hold on that. Okay, just so I know, is Killbot like gone, or is he just still still?
If I dismiss him, it takes me like 10 minutes to bring him back. So,
He's
Oh.
effectively gone.
You were basically Patrick. Your idea was basically to shut him down, so if it's an EMP, it wouldn't affect him.
correct.
But I'm not sure if that's what's about to happen.
Nope.
We're gonna find out.
Adrian's gonna look around. And is like, well, your robot's gonna die.
Through
then.
the cracked door, you hear the elevator down the hallway. Level 2?
And Adrian will drop concentration on Black Hat because he has access to the system now. Anyway,
Yeah, you
And-
can give yourself. You basically put yourself in with administrative access.
yeah,
or
he
whatever.
did. And then he will activate Obfuscate. And because all of his powers are now level 5, everybody but Killbot goes invisible.
Okay.
I just picture Killbot hiding behind the desk.
Hands up, don't shoot.
No gun, no shoot, please.
They made me do it. I didn't want to come here.
That really sad part in Rogue One.
He will just kind of collapse and stand basically, literally, kind of behind the desk. Because basically, it will look like he's just a box at this point.
That's right. You have described Killbot to be able to fold up, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna hang out in the hallway on the ceiling.
You see 3 familiar-looking robots.
Ah, those things.
3 of them.
Hull, Armanto, move.
And I say familiar, it's not they're not necessarily the exact same model, but it's the same general design, style, if you will. Visually, they look very similar.
Well, they're here, Adrian.
They step in, they begin scanning the area.
I
That's like getting really itchy. Drink your fingers.
Mm-hmm. Armato's gripping his grand blade real tight. It's like the scene in Jurassic Park.
One of them steps over and starts scanning Killbot.
Does that one move?
No, it
Does
is
he
blocking
stand
the doorway.
Blocking the doorway? Okay. Yanni is gonna go over
Where did I have these guys?
and
Tickle him.
Alright, Yanni's gonna go over, it's gonna become visible, like right here. In this end. And we'll speak in Ekajati. Greetings.
And Yanni explodes.
He's hoping to move this one so we can, like, sneak out the hallway.
Alright, so Yanni appears and goes, greetings.
In Ekajati.
The two on either side don't seem to respond. This one is continuing to examine Killbot.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is literally walking around with its arms stretched out. You know, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Because probably they've encountered people with obfuscate in the past.
This is clearly a species that was very into esper abilities and, you know, yeah. The one at the door looks at Yanni.
Mm-hmm.
Unauthorized personnel. You have illegally accessed secure files. Make yourself visible, stand down.
Yanni will reply, correction, I am here under orders of Inri Cerno.
Inri Cerno is not a staff member of this facility.
Nevertheless, my orders stand.
You are unauthorized. Stand down and be held until authorities can arrive.
Oh, that's going to be problematic.
If you check your database, the name Arden Sterling will appear as an authorized personnel.
Affirmative. Sterling was not authorized personnel prior to the alarm stripping. Stand down and you will not be harmed. Resist and we will decimate you.
Under what protocol?
I don't know if it's a protocol per se, but, you know, if they try to arrest you and you resist, they can escalate, you know. This was essentially a military operation, so they're not, you know.
Yeah.
Who are they gonna take us to?
They're just going to hold you until somebody in authority shows up.
Records state that those capable of being in authority are no longer capable of arriving. Query, who would arrive?
Statement. That's not my damn problem.
I guess I do need a name for the guy in charge of this station, don't I? It's
I have an urge to stab.
That for the big one, I have.
hang on, I'm hitting the alien name generator.
Just in the corner, like Kill Bill sirens playing in Armando's head.
And, well, I have 3 things that I can do at this stage. And,
So anyway, I started blasting.
oh no, this doesn't involve blasting at all, actually. Before, I'm just waiting for things to, obviously, when they start to go south. They already kind of are.
Maybe.
You don't want to be the one that starts it.
Yeah.
Waiting for Cat or
You
Armando
mentioned
to take a shot.
you mentioned who could respond. Director Thumner.
Adrian takes a brief second to glance at that one of the people who have ascended.
Glancing through the files you've got, Sumner was the last director of this place.
Okay.
The last recording of him doing anything on the computer was 50 years ago.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Right.
So
Director Sumner has not been here in over 50 years.
he's scheduled to return in another 20.
I see.
We have supplies to keep you healthy and
And more or less the text message, are we going loud?
oh, you send that out to everybody else?
Mm.
Yeah.
Adrian just glances at the robots from his hiding place.
Invisibly.
Yeah, and he's just rolls his eyes, spots the text message. Because I know everybody's fucking horny for it. Yanni winks out as a text message appears. Well, I tried, and I need all three of them to make dexterity saves.
Oh shit.
Alright, what are you doing? What are you unleashing?
A satellite
Bullshit.
plasma cannon.
Oh.
So it's
What?
shooting
I mean-
from space?
As one
It
does.
appears.
Essentially, I get the image of us all being crushed against the side of the wall, a plasma cannon appears, it fires, and then goes away.
Yanni got some damn upgrades.
Yeah. And suddenly it's not Yanni in the mirror, it's a big ass cannon.
The first thing I thought of was one of my favorite powers off of Champions Online. It was in their Gadgeteer power set. And it was an orbital laser. Your character goes,
Space.
and then you have a target that starts forming up around them, under your target, and then you have the beam drop down from space.
From the description of this power, that's not inaccurate.
All right, what was the name of the power again?
Hold on, I got you. I got you.
Oh yeah, you can just throw it in the chat.
Is it basically Flame Strike?
Where's the? How do we? That's not it. Hold on.
Incinerate.
Include. There we go.
That's also concerning, though. Incinerate.
All right.
There.
An aerial strike from a large plasma.
It is basically.
Yeah.
Flame Strike. Hell yeah.
Ten-foot radius. So you couldn't get all three of them, but you could grab any two you wanted.
Yeah, it's true. Well, if I drop it right there.
Did it incinerate?
Now, is it one that you have to? Is it one that you have to put it on a corner?
No, it doesn't say.
Okay.
No.
Onto a location you specify.
Now, dropping it there, though, I think it would also get Armanto.
It would.
So if you don't want to hit
But
Armanto,
I also know that Aramonto has advantage on the shit like this.
And resistance
Onto
to
is a beefy
Espers.
boy.
I would still talk to you about it afterwards.
Well, I would imagine you might have tried to pull him back to the wall or something before doing this.
Yeah, actually.
you dropped a beam of fire on me. You got me into
There's
awkward
gonna be a-
conversations.
Yeah.
It's fair.
You kept making me go
Yes,
to
so
counseling.
So basically, it's like, well, I tried. Aramonto, back up.
Grabs him by the scruff.
So I need 3 dexterity saves versus 16.
All right. Let me color code these guys right quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So basically, this goes right past Aramonto's face.
Wait, am I too close?
No, you're not. You're
Okay.
just outside the range. You and Aramonto both are just outside range.
Cat and Armanto just don't have eyebrows anymore.
But hey, all of you are still invisible, so you have advantage when you lash out.
I had advantage anyway.
So
I'm
red,
gonna
blue,
move
and purple. I have red, blue, and purple dice.
Yeah, I'm moving Yanni to where the epicenter basically was.
Okay. But he has blinked
My
out.
eyebrows.
Yeah. He is winked out because he would not survive that.
All right.
Aramatsu's just like this the whole time.
Okay, they have forged resistance, so they have advantage versus on these saves.
Yep.
So that's a. And what were they needing to reach?
16.
Okay. And this is a deck save?
Yep.
Alright, so that was the first roll, and then for their advantage. Alright, one of them made the save.
Okay, so
Yeah, okay, they failed.
the one that fails takes 19 fire
Purple.
damage and 17 radiant damage.
Alright.
The ones that fail. And the one that succeeded will take 10 fire damage and 8 radiant. Yeah. I assume
Alright, so
we
you
all
said
need
the
to-
full damage was how much?
full damage was 19 fire, 17 radiant. So a total of 36.
As he casts that, I go visible because I cast celerity.
No, you don't, because
Oh!
the invisibility is off of my concentration.
It's not concentration. I thought it was whenever I cast a spell.
That's true. It would
Yeah.
be whenever you cast a spell. So yeah,
Yeah.
you would go visible to do that.
Yep.
You said it was radiant damage. What was the other one?
Radiant and fire.
Alright.
19 fire, 17 radiant.
I'm just checking his immunities. Alright.
And then Aramatsu goes visible to cast celerity.
And the other guy got, you said it was 10.
10 fire and 8 radiant.
Alright.
The one that succeeded.
Yeah. Okay. They clearly took some damage from it, so nobody is immune.
Mm-hmm. And everybody just learned the new power Adrian figured out.
And then, let's see, was Armado hit by it?
No.
No.
Okay.
He yoinked him back.
Yeah, he told Armando to back up 5 feet.
Oh, yeah, well, you had a little bit of time, so yeah, you could have done it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then Aramatsu drops his invisibility to cast celerity on himself.
So he's the only one visible of the group.
I might be in seconds, depending on how this.
We should probably roll initiative first.
Yes.
We are currently in our surprise round, more or less. So I think we all do our shtick, and then we go to.
Let me do some dope rogue shit. Come on. I just want to be like surprised because it's like an automatic critical. Just let me do my dope shit.
Oh, crap.
This is surprise, technically.
Hang on a second. I was putting the player characters on there instead of letting y'all do y'all sheet. Alright. So click on your minis and then roll your initiative.
So would Hull and Cat get their surprise action for this, since we're basically jumping them?
Yes.
Okay.
Now remember, it's a surprise action, not a whole round, so I don't think you
Yeah.
can move and do something. You could move, or like activating the powers and stuff, but that works perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I did.
better roll
Yeah,
their
like
initiative.
he activated celerity. Adrian dropped incinerate.
Cat's gonna shoot someone with her big ass gun.
Do it.
It's an automatic critical, according to Yip. I clicked the wrong button.
Vital strike. Yeah, that's true.
Been holding on to that since level 3! 3!
Do it.
I never get to surprise people!
Roll better initiative.
I've been trying, but usually we're already like right on top of them. Like, yo, what's up, bro? We're not known for our subtlety.
I'm not known for my subtlety.
Fair.
Well, 3 of you are still invisible, so
All right.
Alright.
So, Kat, what are you doing for your surprise?
Oh,
With authority.
shit.
Is that like times 4 damage? A
Yes.
crit on top of an auto crit? Does she hit the one behind it?
4 straight through.
All right, which one are you shooting at? Blue, red,
You
or
know
purple?
what? Let's go. Well, does this do we have any? There's no range restriction on ranged weapons.
I don't believe.
Actually, no, because I've got this. It won't matter.
True.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Okay, yeah, I'm shooting the guy straight in front of me. Like,
Alright.
put the gun like up under the robot chin and just unload it.
All right, so blue,
Okay.
and that was.
You get sneak for that, right?
I do.
That was a natural 20.
Oh hell
And you get
yeah!
to double it.
Oh, that's delicious. So 25 and sneak,
25
and
and sneak
27 and
Oh, man.
attack.
So 52 damage. 52 kaboom damage is what
It
I'm
feels
hearing.
good to be a rogue.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I almost did the called shot too for sniper, and I'm like, nah.
And that is piercing damage.
Yes.
Is there
Forged
anything
piercing damage.
I was about to ask. Okay.
That's a forged sniper rifle.
Yeah, that's
In that
that's the big
case,
damage
his
ammo.
immunities do not matter.
How dead is he?
No, he's hurt. He's noticeably.
Hmm.
Let's see. Here.
Are these all the same kind of robots, or one is more obviously the command version?
All three of these looked about the same. They're a little different from the one you encountered in that first. I almost said dungeon. In that first base.
Okay, so good to know they have over 80 HP.
They beefy.
Oh, he's still got over 80 HP. Anyway. Who else is going to take a surprise round?
I will. I will have to drop my invisibility here. However, I'm going to try to use... Where are they? Is the name? Control matrix on this guy.
All right.
Give me an intelligence save.
I have a question.
Go on.
Not for you. It was just related to the earlier incinerate. Would if they don't know that it's happening until it happens, do they still roll the dex save with advantage?
It's built into their nature, yeah.
Yeah. It's just that they're harder to affect with powers, period.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, Yanni's the same. He has
Okay.
he has Esper resistances
Just checking.
too. It'd be like this, like someone saying, "Oh, catch you," but because you have your Esper resistance because of your nature, it's like, do you know they're coming? Nope. Okay, full damage.
Okay, you attempt to assume control of
Sure.
an automation or construct. All right.
I don't have advantage on my things though. I just have resistance and
Yeah.
and I add a bit to my saving throws.
All right, so intelligence. And you're doing this on purple?
Yes.
He still gets his forged resistance.
What did you see?
All right, he got a 16. What did he need, Patrick?
Oh, where's my...
Do you have a 20? Do you have a 20 in your casting stat?
No, I do not.
Okay, then you succeeded.
Then it passed.
Yeah.
Exactly what it needed, unfortunately.
All right. And then let's see. So that was Cat's gone, Adrian's gone.
And now Killbot will turn back on.
All right. So his surprise round is basically unfolding and getting back ready. So
Oh, hey.
I'm no
Adrian's-
longer a Roomba.
Adrian's the only one still invisible.
and Yanni.
I think Yanni got toasted.
No, Yanni vamped out.
Yeah, he phased out before the beam came down. So
Yep.
they recognized
Okay.
him for what he was, and They didn't just shoot him as soon as he appeared. They were using him for communication purposes. All right, so and Aramanto was casting his
Celerity.
or
It's basically
activate,
haste
whatever they call it.
still.
All right. So
I have
first,
an AC of
first normal round of combat, and we may not get more than a round or two because it's almost 9. Oh yeah, it's 15 till 9. But
We'll see.
yeah, we might. If not, next week we'll start right here. So top of the order is Cat. Blue
Cold
is
shot.
very aware you're here.
Gonna do a cold shot. Take a -5 for possible +10.
Okay.
Still at advantage.
21 hit him.
It does indeed.
All right.
It's still a. Is it like Assassins where if you hit them before they go, is it still an advantage?
Yeah, I think I have
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
It's still
That's
advantage,
why-
so you get sneak attack. That's
Yep.
what I was asking. And it's still a critical hit, right?
No.
No.
Because it's not
Critical is
surprised.
only a surprise. He's aware.
Yes, he is definitely.
So
So you
that
did another
is 25 plus 15.
40 damage.
No, it says it right there. Any hit you score against a creature that is not. Oh, surprise! Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
It's all
enough.
good.
All right, he's starting to look a little rough. Well, fairly rough. He's looking fairly rough.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to keep like her shots in one location to leave as much of the robot as possible because she knows the nerds will want to dissect.
That's also why I was hoping to take one over.
Well, you can try again on your round.
That was a level 5 spell, so
That'll be a no.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
hold on, let me take a long rest.
Well, no. See, it'll be like in Fallout or Skyrim. You just exit the dungeon, wait for a day outside, then come back in and try again. It'll be calm.
Yeah. Basically.
It'll work. It's fine. Just eat some cheese.
Adrian, you're up.
He is going to. Yeah, his invisibility will drop as he uses Symbiont Mark on blue. And he's gonna fire a pair of sprite beams into it. Hopefully.
Poor Blue.
Yeah.
It's right there.
He's just advanced enough to have emotions and feel this.
24 and 18.
Both of those will hit.
Why was I designed to feel pain?
As
Feels-
it will take 12, 21, 28 damage.
Okay. And what kind of damage is this?
Force and psychic.
Okay, he's got immunities to the psychic, but not to the force.
Okay.
All right, so
Who's the force?
the force. Yeah, how much of it was just force?
16.
All right. He's
Big
he ain't
oof.
got- he ain't got much left in him. He's still up though. He is still up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then it is his turn.
Well, I mean, seeing that the psychic did nothing, he'll deactivate Symbiont Mark again.
Let's see.
I have a feeling I'm on his hit list.
You are, but you're not alone.
I've got friends that are gonna get mauled as well. Group bonding, guys. Group bonding. Just like Armando wants.
Aramanto is not paying attention to anything right now. He's got tunnel vision.
All right, the man targets one or more creatures that it can see within 10 feet of it. So that's
Everybody.
everybody except Hull. Hull's a little, let's see, 5. Yeah, Hull's more than 10 feet. But you other three, give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Everyone had 3.
Question: is this a mind-altering effect?
It is not. It
Caused
is.
by an esper. Well,
It seems to be some sort of sonic attack.
Okay.
well, damn. What do we add, Armando?
3.
14.
11.
Dirty 20.
All right, the 14 fails. You said 11, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Armando, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
I have no idea what that phrase even means.
It's a 20, but it's not natural.
Okay.
Yeah, so he got like a 17 and
Okay,
added.
so you succeeded. On a failed save, a target can't use reactions. Its speed is halved, and it can't make more than one attack on its turn.
You just cast Space Slow on us.
The target can take either an action or bonus action on its turn, not both. These effects last for 1 minute.
Can we make saving throws at
A target can
the end of
repeat
each of
saving
our
throw at the end of each turn, yeah.
Follow-up question. Would my uncanny dodge do anything if this is any damage, or is it just an effect?
It is just the effect.
Okay.
It is not
Cast
actually.
Space Slow on us.
It is not actually an attack per se. It's basically debuffing you so its buddies can
Yeah. Beat the
use more
snot out of us.
conventional weaponry.
He's like, I'm almost out anyway. Might as well get them on the way out.
Alright, I'm about to head out slow.
Armando, you're up.
Is this guy right here? Is he gonna swing at me if I go for blue?
I
don't know if I'm
I'm
just
not going to
outside of
tell
range
you
or
that he's
not.
not going to swing on you when his action comes up. If you mean
That's
does he
fair.
get an attack of opportunity, no.
Yes. Okay, then I'm gonna roll up on blue and swing at him.
Let me get you just a little evener in the square. Because you're not
I'm not-
actually
oh.
leaving his threatened area to get to blue, so it's not a problem.
Okay. That's part of what I was asking. Am I in his threat area or?
Yeah, you are in his threatened area, but you did not leave it to make
Okay.
to get to blue. So
Cool.
now
All right.
now him and blue are just flanking you.
Okay, that's fine. Not for long. All right, I'm going to attack with my Grand Blade, which is a +7 now. Jesus Christ.
Now y'all get on up to the level.
Not that it matters when I roll a 5. 12.
No, a 12 does not hit
Okay, I'm gonna do it again because
because you made your save and you can make multiple attacks.
yes. 15 on the dice. That's 22.
That's a hit.
I'm gonna drop a level, a rank 2, forging thing for the strike.
This thing's almost dead.
Fair enough.
So you are dropping it or not dropping it?
No, I'm not dropping it. Sorry.
Okay.
Watch it survive now.
He gets a third attack.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's speedy boy.
That is 6 slashing damage plus 3.
Is there anything
Yeah.
hinky about your sword?
No,
Is it considered a magical weapon?
unfortunately not.
Okay.
It is. This is 9 slashing damage.
I thought you did get a forged Grand Blade when we were at the Crucible.
We were looking for one, but we never did it because we were busy making your puppies.
We gotta go shopping again.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, apparently.
I've got one more attack.
Okay. Well, this attack seems to scrape across it without doing any actual damage to it.
Right.
Oh, it's outright immune to non-magic.
Yes.
It has damage immunities, yes.
I was right the first time.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Not that it matters. I rolled a 2.
Okay.
That didn't do shit. That's my turn.
That's weird that it doesn't like make. Okay, I mean, because isn't the Grand Blade part of the rig or no?
It's just weapon linked.
Okay, kind of like a packed weapon,
Mhm.
similar. Okay.
Okay. Now that we're on to me,
Yes, it is whole.
I will have Killbot occupy here. This way Cat can get her sneak attack attack damage. Not saying anything about it, but that's what's implied. And Hull will go one to say, excuse me. Basically, I'm trying to make sure I'm not within his area, threatened
You
area.
cannot get through there without clipping his area.
Yeah.
Because their two areas are basically just connected right here.
What about right here?
If
Basically,
you move right there, this guy here will still get his attack of opportunity. Oh wait, right. Depends on where. You mean right there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You are not leaving anybody's area there, so he would not get an attack of opportunity there.
Good, because I'm going to EMP these guys now.
Oh shit.
Alright. Let's see. How would Killbot be distracting a much bigger robot?
I just
Kick him
picture
in.
like
Kick him
Come
between
on.
the legs.
Kick him in his robot junk.
I forget,
Picture the
I forget
Timon
what
and
movie it
Pumbaa
is,
thing.
but I'm just thinking, what are we at? Now, what do we tell the nice man? Are you my daddy?
Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
That's the one. Alright, so what do they need to roll for the E EMP?
That's actually one of my. That's just a class ability I have. Go back to engineer. Forging rig. Here we are. Another intelligence saving throw, unfortunately.
Okay, intelligence saves.
Yes.
And where your position, you'll hit everybody.
See, that's why I may just have to.
Well,
the hit.
hang on. What is the radius of it?
Looking at this now that I'm actually seeing it, it is 30 feet.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. You can definitely catch all three of them. Now, this would also shut down any electronic gear,
Uh,
or does it specify constructs in automaton?
this affects mechanical creatures controlled by Lavi operator. In addition, unshielded computer panel or electronic device not worn on another creature is rendered inert.
Okay. So basically, the guys would have to make checks to keep their equipment running.
If it's worn by another creature, i.e., themselves.
like player character,
Okay.
like the rig and
That rig is gonna take.
And
It's
they
gonna
got
take a lot more
advantage.
than an EMP to take out his rig.
And you said it was intelligence?
Yes.
All right,
You
the
need a
highest,
16.
the highest one got a 14.
They all failed.
Oh, so they all fail.
Okay.
So,
And what does this do now? Is it putting a condition on them, or
it disorients robots, drones, any creature with a construct tag. It fails to save you. It is impaired until the end of your next turn until it takes any damage. Essentially, they're all stunned right now.
it specifically says impaired? As in the condition impaired?
This ability also affects mechanical creatures. This ability affects mechanical creatures alive upper. A impaired target cannot make any reactions, and its movement is reduced to 0. The only action the target can make is a dodge action.
Yeah, it sounds like it specifically says impaired.
Yeah.
Because it is immune to the impaired condition, but the impaired condition may not be what that's talking about right there, maybe.
If the because this seems to be talking about the electromagnetic pulse, the actions class feature period. I don't know how the impaired condition works.
Let's see.
It's like kind of like the section, isn't it?
Well, impaired isn't in the. I guess I should have looked up conditions instead of trying to look at the specific one. Conditions 282. Condition impaired. Impaired is creature's speed is reduced 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Creature can't take any actions or reactions except for dodge action. The creature has disadvantage on strength and constitution saves. Is that what?
Yeah, it's what it says. So
Okay. Unfortunately, it turns out they are immune to the impaired condition.
Interesting.
But, it's not something you would know until you try
considering
it.
this is a forged ability, would they be? Because her forged rifle negates physical.
It says condition immunities, means they can't have that condition.
Ah.
I'm assuming that just means they're supposed to be like, their electronics are hardened or something. I mean, these are, well, I was about to. I won't rattle off the actual challenge rating of the guys, but it's decently high challenge rating, so. All right, and then next up is red and then purple. Red will take, I guess, a shot at Patrick since he can't get to anybody else. Let's see. Multi-attack. They can make 2 melee attacks. Let's see. Or they can use their blade launcher. I think he's going to make 2 melee attacks. Does a 21 hit you, Patrick?
Did you say red was going after him? Because he's not in red's melee range.
Oh, that's right. He was straddling the line. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, red will take a walk 5 feet or whatever he needs to.
Okay.
The 22 does hit.
21.
Hits even harder.
Well, I thought he said 22.
I did. I thought you said 22. So
If I did, I misspoke. He rolled 21. Does that still hit?
yes, it does.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll the damage for that before I roll his next attack. All right, now I ought to have one more of these. Where is it? Must have lost the dice at this point. 8. 16 points of damage. Slashing.
Oof.
And his next attack is a 13.
That misses.
That misses, okay. And then it is Purple's go.
Hold on. What was the damage on that one? 18, you said?
I think that's what I said. Is that what I said, everybody?
The damage?
Yeah.
13, yes.
13, okay.
Okay. What's that damage? Okay.
And then Purple's going to take a couple swings at Armanto.
Bring it, bitch.
Natural 1 on one of them,
That's a miss.
and a 22
That's
on the
what I
other one.
22 hits.
– 16 points of slashing.
Reduced by 3 to
13.
13.
That damage reduction, does anything get through it?
Hang on, let me double check. It might be magical stuff or
Go.
whatever. Forged.
Their weapons
forged.
are
Considered forged?
Sorium augmentation.
Mun-
or sorium.
Mundane weapons.
So you take the full damage.
Cool. Good to know. 16?
Yes.
Okay.
That brings us back to the top of the order, and it is 9 o'clock. So we will wrap up here, and we will start up next week with the violence.
Yes.
And then maybe a mad dash to escape, or who knows.
Mad teleport.
There could be self-destructs. They ain't tell what's coming. So anyway, anybody come by and watch this later, I hope you enjoyed it.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. I had fun running. I hope you guys had fun. If I didn't really have a proper map ready to go. But anyway.
It's alright.
A map is a map.
This is true. Probably won't even use maps when we do Vampire. But anyway.
Please don't.
So that wraps us up for tonight. Tomorrow night should be Monster of the Week.
Yep.
Do you remember the campaign?
We don't have a... yes. Eyes of the Fallen.
Eyes of the Fallen. Thank you.
We don't have a furnace for until after they get back from Winter Fantasy.
Okay, so you're in a break after Strahd.
Yeah. We are taking a 3-week-long break. We've earned it.
How did the Strahd game wrap up? Well, never mind. It'd be spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen it. I'll ask you again once we're off. So I've been your GM for the evening, Jason, and again with me has been Sarah playing Kat, Eric playing Adrian, Decca playing Armanto, and Patrick playing Hole. And we will see you next week.
Later.
We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Oh, wait. I'm playing the opening credits again. So.
On brand.
Yeah, well, you know.